Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Awkward.
Am I going first? All right.
You lead the way.
Hello, everyone.
Set the stage.
Yes, awesome. Awesome. We landed that perfect. Welcome, guys. And welcome, Jocelyn. Thank you so much for coming on here and introducing your work to this group. I'm really excited. I am super excited to learn more about EFT tapping. This is something I'm just getting into, and I just see such potential with it, and also manifestation and opening up to more abundance. So I am super, super excited that you decided to come on here and introduce this all to us.
Yes, amazing. Thank you so much for the opportunity. This is so fun. And of course, I had to invite my community as well. So everybody here with live with us, we're all over the place. I was just reading the chat. We're all over the States, Canada, um, all 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 parts of the world. I know my community is very much all over the world. So not everybody could make it live here. So hi to everyone on live with us. Hi to everyone on the replay. Yeah, thank you, Nicole, for coming up with this idea. Actually, I got this like impulsive idea to reach out to Nicole last week and mention to her that I have a program and I have a yeah, I have a program coming up. That's where it started, right? And she was like, let's put something together for my community. And I was like, yes, let's do it. And she's like, let's get you on the podcast. And like, this is so relevant again to the conversation tonight because that impulse that I received led to here we are today. Here we are doing this. Here we are, sharing this space with all of you wonderful women doing incredible things in your lives. And one thing just leads to the next. So I'm always like amazed at like how things unfold. And obviously I'm like, oh, of course this is happening. Of course it's all lining up, right? So yes, thank you, Nicole. Super fun.
Yeah, yeah. And like you were just saying before we hit record, it's like these little things we show up, we follow the breadcrumbs, we go with it. I didn't realize I was going to be on the mic and boom, karate suit off and on, kids out. So yeah, when you start embracing these things and really like stay in the moment in this way, it does. It's like changes so much and so much more opens up for you. And when you let me know about that course, it was like an immediate intuitive hit. And it
Yeah,
was something that it was like, I must follow it, even if it felt uncomfortable. And not only that, but I must share it with all the other women I know because I know that it has the potential to change my life for the better and anyone else who is ready for that commitment as well.
absolutely. And in my opinion, that's why we build community, right? Like that's why we have our communities. We're like, let's collaborate. And I know that all of you resonate with that as well, or I can assume so. Like, let's come together. So again, thank you so much. I'm excited to share this with you tonight. I've got my notes up. Um, let's get into it. Oh, I have a child here too. If I saw Ozzy. Ding. Ding. Mickey.
This is mom life. This is what I love about my podcast too. Aw, hi, baby.
Needed a hug. Yeah. Okay, go find Papa, okay? Sorry that happened. Careful for the cord. Yeah. Thank
That's
you.
what I love about this work. And same with my coaching business and my podcast. It's like sometimes mama-ing comes first, and we all have to be flexible and have grace with each other because this is where we are in life.
Absolutely. But also like they're always priority, right? Like sometimes
Yes.
people are like trying to like hide or like, get the kids out. I'm like, no, no, no. As long as they're not like naked running, walking behind the screen when I'm like doing something that I'm gonna put on YouTube and it's gonna get taken down, or Facebook and get flagged, it's like that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm all for it. They like
Mine are just hams and they want to like take over like it's their show. So
oh yeah. It's awesome. Amazing. Okay, so let's get started, you guys. I came up with the name Unshakable Worth because it all comes down to this. It all comes down to our worth. Everything. Everything does. Okay, and we're gonna go over that over this whole hour we have together tonight. But I from years of experience of mentoring women in business, I know this more than anything to be true that Doing more is not the answer. Trying to figure it out, piece it together is not the answer. Being more is. And I mean, we're only doing the best we can with what we got, right? But if I would have known this a long time ago, if someone would have said this to me, like maybe I couldn't hear it at the time as the thing, but now I just know that so many of you in here, like I mentioned in the group chat, is, you have so much potential. Like you are ready to stop, like, what word did I use? It's like stop like waiting and own the fact that you're here to change the freaking world. Like that's the vibe of the unshakable woman, is she is the entrepreneur that very much is is owning the fact that she's here to change the world. Okay. So doing more is not the answer. So um if you've never been on one of my events before, and you're here live with me right now, I want you to get in the chat. Okay, I know Callie mentioned she's cooking dinner. You guys are doing other things. Like I would love if you could be as present as you possibly can with us and get in the chat, because like you're here with us live for a reason. Like you made time and prioritized yourself, your life to be here with us. So I would love you to be in the chat, connect with me, connect with the other women, take part in the conversation. Those of you that are on the replay as well, you can leave me comment. I always come back and will read your comments and reply to them. I love interacting with you. So if there is anywhere in the world that you can really truly be yourself as well, it's here. Okay, I want you to really realize that, because you are safe here. We are all here to see you rise. That's a big deal. Okay, so let's get into a little bit of like the itinerary, what we can expect for what's going on in the next. I love to talk if you haven't figured that out yet, but the next like 40 minutes or so, probably like 45 minutes, I'm going to be taking you on a journey of self-discovery. Okay. I love to teach through experience and storytelling, and a little bit of concept in there as well. But I'm going to say some things this evening that might invoke some resistance. Okay, some discomfort, some doubt, some fear. And I want you right now to decide that you're going to be present with yourself and aware of how you feel as we're going through this, because this is very intentional, because awareness is always the first step in changing anything. And if you notice that, like, oh, that like got like, oh, that didn't land well, or like something in your body, like a visceral like response or reaction to something I say, that is literally gold. Okay, that is golden information. And the more you can just jot it down, right? This is what she said, this is how I felt. And you can also share it in the chat, right? Um, because the more that you face that resistance, the more free you will be. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? Because I spent years mentoring women in a business setting and really trying to like help them to figure out their way forward, trying to figure out how to show up online in a way that feels good. And what I found out, that there's no way that you're going to show up in online, for example, in a new way until you elevate your beliefs around yourself and your self-worth. Okay, the identity that you hold, no matter how, all the different ways we reframe it and try to like go around the things. No, if you're afraid to actually own the fact that you are here to change the fucking world your own way, if you're not ready to own that, nothing else is going to help you to do that. Okay, so the information, the awareness that something like kind of causes a response in your body is really good information. So definitely write it down. Kelsey, the tapping library helped me move through some heavy stuff today. I'm so glad. You should have messaged me. Okay. So awareness is the first step in changing anything, like I mentioned. So as we move through the conversation, I'm going to be asking you specific questions. So I want you in the chat, because when we're closer to the end of this conversation, we're going to create a tapping activation together based on the information that you tell me in the chat. All right. So this activation is going to help you to remove any and all resistance, anything that you might be believing is blocking you, stopping you, or slowing you down in any way. And I'm going to give you the audio. I'm going to give you this recording as well, but I'm also going to take the audio portion of that tapping activation, and so that you can practice it every morning. Kelsey's in my tapping membership. She's also in Manifest. She just said the tapping library helped me move through some heavy stuff today. Like this is a simple tool that I'm going to teach you that can help you to move and remove any resistance in a matter of literal seconds or minutes. Okay. So you're going to practice it every morning and it's going to actually, like, believe me, transform your life just by starting your day in a new way. All right. So at the end, I also have an invitation for you. And I have a giveaway, like I mentioned, for everyone who is on live. So let me know in the chat if you are ready to get into the conversation. And I'm going to get started. So, like I mentioned, doing is not the way. Okay, so up until now, majority of you here have been doing. You've been telling yourself that I need to figure it out. I might be missing a strategy. I must need to structure my offer suite better. And of course, there's always strategy that we can get better at, right? There's not any specific strategy. That's the key to realize here is that you are the strategy. And some coaches will try to tell you that there is some sort of strategy and way you have to structure the thing and post in a certain rhythm or whatever the algorithm. It's, in my opinion, it's bullshit. Okay. You are the strategy. And the more that you can own you and your truth and back yourself, okay, and then upgrade your relationship with wealth and receiving and then holding new levels of wealth, that is how the world is going to see you. So no matter what you do, no matter how hard you work, no matter what industry you're in, whether you work for yourself or you work for someone else, if you do not believe in you, your ability to succeed, and in your offer, you're always going to come up against these doubts, these fears, these old beliefs, and unconsciously, you're going to self-sabotage yourself and turn back around. It's like you hit this glass ceiling. Okay. So I also know that we have some leaders in this room that are here to be the first multimillionaires in their family. Let me know in the chat. Say, hey, that's me. Okay. That's me. I have broken out of generational lack and limitation. And I know some of you already have as well, but we're ready for that next level. Okay. I know that these women, it's me. Yes. Owning it, claiming it for yourself. Oh, hey, all of us, what's up? Right? We're like, we're also not here to fucking hustle, right? You're not here to hustle, right? You're not here to work really hard. Yeah, we're not. So hell yes in the chat if you're not here to work really hard. And also, you don't want it to take a really long time. You want to work smarter. You want to have more fun. You want to live and exist and build your business the effortless way. Okay. So more feminine flow. Yes. Just full embodiment and bliss. And that is what I'm going to teach you this evening, show you this evening, and you're going to feel it for yourself. You're going to understand what I mean when I say the effortless way, and you're going to be able to take it and put it to use in your life starting now. Okay. So just scrolling back to a comment here. I've been processing some heaviness today as well. I've been sitting with uncomfortable feelings today and yesterday. So do you know why? You don't have to share why, but you guys make sure you know why so that we know how to clear it out, right? It's the only way I can sustain. I've been struggling there too, feeling guilt for not hustling. Yes. My gosh. What if you didn't need to? Okay, what if you didn't need to hustle? What if you didn't need to work really hard to sustain? What if? How would that feel? Okay, let me know in the chat. How would that feel? I'm getting like bombarded by bugs out here. Like Costa Rica is thick with bugs and they love my light. So I hope I don't like sniff one or something. Might be a little rough or inhale one. Stay out. Okay. So next question, what does being unshakable mean to you? Let me know in the chat. Okay, so we're going back here. Rhythm is the only way. Yes. Okay, good. Love that. Ideally, it would be feel good. In reality, it's uncomfortable still. Yeah. So getting to the root of why it is uncomfortable. Of course. I mean, like, I feel like all of us can really seriously relate to this because we've been taught success is the result of a lot of hard work, right? We've been taught that money doesn't grow on trees. We've been taught that you need to work really hard, right? And also, we've been taught, that Um, like you have to please others, right? I want it to mean I don't ever get shaken, but I actually think it's keeping going even through the shaking. Yes, Kelty. Oh, so good. That realization, like that awareness right there is gold because we are human. Life is always lifing around us. There will never be nothing, right? I like literally laugh when women are like, "Oh, when I have more time, I'll do that." I'm like, "What world do you live in, man?" It's like buying a handbag and saying, "Oh, I'll just get the, I need a new bag." And we're like, "I'm not going to fill it like the last one." And like no matter how big or small that thing is, it's always full. Okay, it's similar, right? But the world is never going to stop. It's always going to be things happening around you, but being able to hold it, that's unshakable. Unshakable, unfuckwithable. Yes. Unshakable means being in flow with the universe. Yep. I love that, you guys. Being unshakable for me is also, like I mentioned before I hit record, like my computer wouldn't turn on 10 minutes to the call tonight, and I can hold it. I can hold it. And I was like, all right, we playing this game. Let's go. I'll just give you a rest. Got a few minutes. You can rest, chill out, cool down, whatever you need to do. And then I'm going to turn you on again. And guess what? It fucking worked. Okay. So I can hold that. And this relates to every part of our life, not just our business, but it's very important in business. Because if we are still afraid of other people's judgment, other people's opinions, um, being called out or whatever it is, how are we going to show up as our authentic self, right? And so being able to expand our nervous system to be able to hold whatever comes our way. If somebody feels the need to comment something silly on your post, like, well, let them. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. You're boosting my post anyway, giving it more visibility. Thank you. You know? So I want you to think about what is your version of an unshakable leader? Okay, so as a leader in whatever industry, whatever business you're in, how does it feel to be an unshakable leader? And so let me know in the chat. And starting right now, I want you to think of actually like a statement. I am the unshakable leader who fill in the blank. Because what you're going to do going forward is you're actually going to start your day and you're going to look yourself in the mirror and say, I am unshakable. And then you're going to talk to yourself and you're going to complete the sentence. I am the unshakable leader who I am unshakable. And you're going to tell yourself that. Okay, so what does that mean for you? Oh, I noticed you turn on your video there, Kelty. I'm the unshakable leader who follows her heart and desires, sturdy, grounded in authenticity and audacity. I love that word. Yes, absolutely. I'm the unshakable leader who shows up as herself no matter what is going on around her, no matter what the numbers say, no matter how many people are in the room, no matter how many people signed up or didn't sign up, no matter how many people are liking my post or not liking my post. I'm going to show up as the unshakable version of me, that multi-millionaire. I'm the unshakable leader who feels all her feelings and and likes being scared and does it anyway. Is that what that's meant to say? I know it's hard to type it on the phone. Sorry. Kelty's thing is she does it anyway. Just do it anyway. Yes, love this. Okay. So, who changes her feelings, such as being scared? Yes. Okay. So, all her feelings. I love that. I'm the unshakable leader who changes the world through self-love. Yes, through radical self-love. How about that? Take it up a notch. Okay, amazing, you guys. Her feelings, such as being scared. Yes, okay, I get it. I love that. So, guess how we work hard? When we know we're here to do these big things, how do we work hard? When we believe that doing is the answer, when we continue to shove the old beliefs in the closet for later, when we continue to play by someone else's rules, when we continue to be someone we're not. This is how we take the hard route, okay? So what else? What else is causing us to struggle or feel like it's a struggle or like, nothing's happening or we're feeling stuck? Other people's opinions. What do you believe is holding you back, you guys? I'm the radical self leader who gives others permission to take that leap. Love that. I love that. Yes. Mm-hmm. What do you believe is holding you back in being that multimillionaire? As I'm waiting for your responses, I know it's hard to type on the phones. Lack mindset. Go deeper, Lisa. What does that mean? What are you lacking in? What do you believe? What do you currently believe? Okay, keep them coming, keep them coming. Other people's opinions. Yep. The part of me that says you suck, you will never be good, so why do it? Mm-hmm. Yes. But Kelty just launched her first podcast, doing it anyway. Money. Feel it a lot when my kids ask for things I can't provide currently. Uh-huh. Now I get that. Very, very common. Okay. Keep them coming. What's holding you back? So how do we not work hard then? What is the effortless way? Like I love to call this the effortless way, and I do firmly believe that I live the effortless way. Like I build my business the effortless way. I love the effortless way. I do everything the effortless way. I move the effortless way. Okay. Because I love this so much because it like triggers people, to be honest. They're like, oh, like, what do you mean? Like I'm working so hard over here and barely making it by. Okay, I get that. Yeah, following my intuition and heart. Love that. So if you right now are triggered by the effortless way, or if you're like, I'm working so freaking hard and barely getting by, no amount of doing will fix that. Nothing will change until you upgrade you. Okay. That's what we're doing here. When you're in alignment and flow, doing things when inspired. Yes. Uncertainty in who I am and what I offer. Your heart knows. I wasn't motivated by money until I became a mom, but I always had blocks related to building my own business, even through my most empowered of times. Interesting, right? Okay. Why? Why, Jenna? Why did you have blocks related to building your own business? What were those blocks? So, the effortless way, how do we live in the effortless way? Through owning the fact that we're here to change the fucking world. I didn't want to become a slave to it and also knowing the unknowns are paralyzing. Also, the unknowns are paralyzing. Were you raised by entrepreneurs? Did you have somebody in your life that showed you that entrepreneurship takes over your life? No, not at all. Like anyone around you, did they tell you that it would take over your life? That it would become, what word did you use? Um, become a slave to my business. So we access the effortless way, limitless, effortless way through owning the fact that we're here to change the world and through upgrading our identity to match it. Because then when we do, we release resistance. Okay, so we release this need to figure it out. When we understand that we can do life however we want to do it, right? We are here to express ourselves and live, what do I want to say? Like live intuitively. And I know that we're all spiritual in this room. We all believe in something bigger than us, source, universe, God, creator, whatever it is. We're not still believing that we are humans having a human experience and life is happening to us, right? Okay, I didn't have examples of entrepreneurs in my family, but my family works a lot. So maybe there's a belief that more money means more effort. Yep, most likely. People don't like me when I express myself. I'm working on not caring what others think, and you're doing a really good job. I love that. Yes. I think that not the right people love you when you express yourself and they celebrate you, right? And they hold you higher for that. And that's amazing. So when we can upgrade our identity to match the highest version of us and commit to doing our life our own way and becoming fully and completely unshakable in it, that no matter what comes our way, no matter what anybody says or doesn't say, no matter what does or doesn't come our way, actually, we can hold it with ease and grace and flow. So I used to think that, a lot of people I think actually think this, that like starting the business is the hardest part, like creating the offers, like creating the offer suite, whatever it is, the hard part. It's not. Okay, holding it is. We know that, right? Some of you in this room are like, okay, the real test is can you hold it when the numbers aren't there yet? Can you hold it when the millions aren't in the bank? That is everything. Because if you can't and you're going to react to that, what's going to happen? You're going to create more of the same, right? So it's very important for us to realize the effortless way is owning us and trusting us and believing in that information that we receive. I fully believe that it's like this intuitive, it feels like an intuitive nudge, right? Like an intuitive like idea. We're like, oh wow. And some people call it a download. Okay, that doesn't come from your human mind. The human mind only knows what it has learned. That comes from something much bigger. And it's totally, I was talking about this on I think it was in the Expand Tapping membership the other day about how like this, I want us to see this as not just like an idea that came from who knows where, but actually like responsibility, your responsibility that landed on your heart. It's now your responsibility to bring it to life, and you don't need to know the how. So, whatever it is that you have received, this idea, this calling that's on your heart that's so much bigger than you right now and feels potentially really fucking scary, that is your responsibility, and nobody else can bring it to life like you. No matter if they tried to copy you or what, like you are the only one that can bring it to life. It doesn't matter who's doing the same thing or something similar around you. The more that you can be you and trust yourself through the whole entire process and then continue to hold yourself through it. That's why community is top-notch important. We have to be in community. And we are elevating and growing and quantum leaping at this speed. Okay. Because we're going to continue to hold it. Right. So, um, when I do something big, my brain's like, oh, you did it. You were successful. It won't be this good ever again. So just move on to the next thing. But this time I'm going to keep going. Exactly, Kelty. It's that. And this is it. Like it's the staying power that is everything. Because if you think of it, if you think of like co-creation and how it happens, right? We are sending out signals. Manifestation is actually really, really simple. You receive what you're putting out. So if your signal that you're sending out is like fuzzy, if you're on a radio station and it's like not on the right station, it's like no man's land out there, like just like fuzzy station, that's your vibration. If you are committing and then not committing and then not, and then kind of committing, but you have a plan B and you're like, let's just try this out and like give it maybe if it doesn't work, it's okay. Your signal is fucking fuzzy. Okay. And what are you going to get back? Fuzzy results. That's what's going to happen. So the biggest, most important piece after we make that decision is to be able to hold it. And that's why I created my tapping method, because it helps us to calibrate to that energy and that frequency every single day. We start our day, everyone in my world, we start our day with tapping every single day. And it's not an extra, it's who we are. Because we don't just expand sometimes, we're always in a constant state of expansion. I believe that we are all entrepreneurs through and through, every single person. But a lot of people, maybe they're like conditioned or programmed out of it, or a little bit lazy or whatever it is. They're at the bottom root of it. They're scared, right? They have fear that they're not willing to work through, and maybe they will never in this lifetime. But we are entrepreneurs, and we're here to do really big things. And it's necessary for us to upgrade. And our soul wants, actually, let me take that back. Our human, okay, let's get the ego involved for a second, because the human experience is beautiful. It is. We must have that desire from the ego to change our results, because the spirit, our soul already has. I'm so grateful for this community. I would never have started this podcast or wrote my books if I wasn't part of this interactive community. Yes, you're amazing, Kelty. I'm so proud of you. Soon to be published author times three. Okay. Was I saying like our human desires, our human has desires. And that's really beautiful because that is the point of life is to be better and do better. We're so, okay, in the past I've been like, I would love to just like go live on the mountain and like totally off grid and like just do nothing, just like live off the land. And like literally I would last like 2 days because I just have so much like creativity in me. And I remember like I was traveling around the world for 6 years by myself and I was backpacking, like literally had my guitar and I was riding a fucking bicycle around Europe, okay, alone. I'm a hammock. I was sleeping like in the trees if I found trees. Like it was a thing and it was amazing. Like I had some really interesting times, a lot of like sketchy times as well. And I learned a lot and it developed me mentally in a lot of ways. Um, but there was a moment I was sitting in the south of Spain on this like rock in this like mountainous whatever forest looking down on this beautiful little village and I was like what the fuck am I doing? Like I am like more than a burden to society right now. Like I'm literally like dumpster diving, busking my guitar, probably suck. People are paying me out of sympathy. What kind of a life is this? And I like had this like people call it like a come to Jesus moment. Like I had this like awakening on this rock that I was like, what in the fuck am I doing? This is not my life. And in that moment, I decided to change it, right? So I know that we are here to do really big things and we're here to make an impact. I always attract women who are like, wear their heart on their sleeves, I say, right? Like, we are here to serve. And what comes with that, though, is this tendency to overgive and this tendency to not believe in ourselves and just put everyone else first, right? Let me know in the chat. Is that you? Has that been you? Okay, we always everybody else has the things, even our kids, right? Our clients, we overgive and then we wonder why, we don't have any money in the bank, but we've got these clients and we've got like people for free in our programs and da 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 da. Like I love like service work and supporting people and like helping them to rise. But like I've mentioned this, yes, you guys, yes, absolutely, Lisa, we're always getting better, right? But I said this before about like I used to live in government housing and like money would have been nice. If someone was like, hey, here's 5 grand, do something with it. That would have been awesome. But would it really have changed my life? Would it have fixed all my problems? No, it wouldn't, because it would have gone away. And then I would have been left with what? Nothing again. Okay, what would have changed my results? What would have changed my life? Mentorship, community, education, information. That's what would have changed my life. So when it comes to charity work now, I do a lot of charity work here. We've built parks. We built a football stadium at a kid's school. Like we're currently doing a project with a skate park down the road. Like I do charity work, but I know that this work changes lives. This is the work that changes lives. Okay, not money. Because if you, like people say, like, people win the lottery and then they like spend it all and then they're back to like living in poverty, like that's because they don't upgrade their inner world to match that frequency. And I am constantly a student of money and wealth. I am studying it. I'm taking a program right now. I have a specific like wealth mentor that I'm working with. And because this is everything, money is not everything, but money is the root of everything. It really is. And if you hate it, if you wish it didn't exist, there's incongruency here, right? If you were a coach, if you are a service provider, but you hate money and you think that wealthy people are all assholes and they're doing some scammy shit, right? It's not, there's incongruency. Your signal that you're sending out is fuzzy. Okay. You're going to be completely working really hard. So that's what we're doing here is we're getting to the root of what's actually going on here because I don't want us to waste time. Although time is something we've made up and it doesn't even exist anyway, it still is a thing that continues to go by. Do I know how to bend time and can I teach you? Yes, absolutely. But at the same time, we spent enough time in lack and limitation, right? We spent enough time trying to figure it out. We spent enough time holding ourselves back because we're afraid of what other people are going to think. Oh, we're afraid. We've also spent enough time telling ourselves that we don't know what we do, right? We've also spent enough time telling ourselves that we don't have a method. That's something that I'm really fascinated with right now. Really, in my community coming into December, we've got something coming up on method, creating your own method, because that's what we're doing now. We want authenticity, and nobody can do it like you can. So we're done telling ourselves those lies, right? So, how incredible would it feel to do life the effortless way? To have the perfect clients, the perfect opportunities, the perfect connections, like literally land in your lap. Tell me in the chat. Okay, how would it feel to always know that money is unlimited? Like you turn on the tap of water at your house. If you believe that that water, you need to like govern the water, like you need to like save the water because you believe there's not enough water, you probably have money blocks as well. Yeah, Nicole, like a deep sigh of relief. Okay. There's a lot of information out there. A lot. A lot of information, on the news around the world, like a lot of lack. And this is really an important conversation because although, water is not money, if we are, brushing our teeth with just a tiny little bit of toothpaste, because we don't want to waste it. We don't want to go buy another tube. We got a bad relationship with money that we get to look at, right? We can fix that. We can change that really quickly. Okay. And again, this might be triggering. Write it down. Okay, if you are, what's another one, right? These are all opportunities right now to quantum leap. So I think it was Lisa that mentioned something about like lack with the kids, right? Not being able to buy the kids what they want right now, right? This is how we do life right now and how we'll do life when we're a multimillionaire is quite different, but at the same time, there's still a lot of similarities. There is a lot of similarities. So you're still going to brush your teeth when you're a multimillionaire, right? You're still going to maybe wash some dishes sometimes. Okay. You're still going to shower. If you were showering right now and telling yourself you need to go really fast and like only use a little bit of soap and like the water's going to run out and like that's lack. Okay. We don't need to do that. Okay. The same thing is like, um, what else? There's so many things that you do right now, like the way you dress, the way you put on your clothes, the way you do your hair. If it's if it's in the energy and the frequency of her, the best of your ability, that's going to be different than I don't feel like showering today. I'm just going to put my sweatpants. That's totally a different vibration, right? Okay, so this is being the vibe of the leader, of the unshakable leader that owns it. Okay. So, however, what happens when we go to take action towards something we've never done before? We've talked about this a little bit already, right? When you go to show up in a new way, what has happened in the past? When you go to, I don't think you guys shared what you believe is holding you back. Was that the question I asked? Can't remember now. It's unknown. I freak out. Yes. I think I got bugs in my tea now. I don't know if I want to drink that. So when it's unknown, of course, we don't know what it is. So the body's tendency is to freak out, right? So when we think about it, right, the nervous system is our body's basically our safety, right? The nervous system is constantly gathering information from around us through our five senses and sending that signal to the brain. Are we safe? Okay, yes, safe, safe, safe. And then as soon as something happens, like we go to take action and that oh gosh, unsafe. And that same trigger is triggered in the brain. The same response as if there was a bear in front of us. The brain doesn't know the difference. Okay, what's familiar feels safer. Are we here to grow or are we here to stay the same? Let me know because I'm here to grow. Are we here to grow or are we here to stay the same? So Grow, 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 grow and glow, grow. So discomfort is what? An opportunity to grow, right? Fear, discomfort, like uncertainty, all opportunities to grow. So instead of freaking out, instead of fawning, instead of like fleeing, running away from it, we want to face it. We want to face it face on. And it's not that we're shoving it into the closet. Okay, feel the fear and do it anyway. I'm just going to fake it till I make it. We're not doing that anymore. We have to face it. And that's what we do with tapping. So when we face it and we ask ourselves, okay, this is interesting. This is information. I'm actually just going to step back, take a breath, and just notice, why did I react to that? Okay. Why did I react in that way? And usually what we can find is some belief, some like deep rooted pattern or something that we believe is limiting us, or it's a response to something that happened in the past. Interesting, right? So when we can understand that and understand that, hey, I'm here to grow. We're all here to grow. Okay. In order to grow, we must get uncomfortable. Comfort means no growth. So anytime that we're feeling comfortable and we're like, oh, my business isn't growing, get uncomfortable. Go for it. Do the thing that causes those butterflies in your stomach, right? Go live. Ask for the collaboration. Pitch yourself. Create that new program. Sell it. Sell your heart out. Uh-huh. Exactly. So what is familiar? It's boring, right? It's boring. So when you go to show up as the version of you, the version of you who is a multimillionaire, who is the CEO of $1 million coaching academy, who serves thousands of people in her group offers, who starts the month with $100,000 in monthly reoccurring revenue for 12 months into the future, at least. When you go to show up as her, what happens right now? What does the mind tell you? This is where we call sometimes imposter syndrome. Well, I'm not there yet. Right? I don't even make $1,000 a month. How am I supposed to say how do I supposed to act like I'm a multimillionaire? One way to do it actually is to add up all of your expenses over your entire, or sorry, not your expenses, your income over your entire life. And you'll actually see, right? Kelsey and I realized this the other day. Kelsey's like, wait a second, my property's worth millions of dollars. I'm already a millionaire. Right? This is gathering proof for our logical mind. Because then when we can get our energy behind it, we can start moving from there. So I have a team to do the work I hate, like editing. Yeah. Feeling good about money coming in, I'm no doubt just have to work through the fear of being seen. Absolutely. And that's what we're doing, right? So all of those thoughts, who am I? I'm not good enough. I don't want to be selfish. I don't want to take from other people. It's going to take a really long time, right? I'm an imposter. I'm going to fail again. None of those, yes, none of those are yours. None of those beliefs are actually yours. So you collected them over your lifetime. So anything that you believe is blocking you, stopping you, or slowing you down anyway, is actually not even yours. So that information, sometimes you can even trace it back to where it came from. Something someone said, right? There are a million ways to do any one thing. You can do it any way you want. You make the rules. And when you make the rules, guess what? It becomes a lot easier. You don't have any sort of strategy framework you need to follow. You take intuitive action and you go forward with the understanding that you're not alone. You're always being guided. You do not need to know how. The path will be revealed in the perfect timing, and you have the faith to be able to hold that, the community to hold you higher, the tools like tapping to reprogram your subconscious and like prime your nervous system every single day. We remember what we're here to do and we remember who we are, right? So we can focus on healing. We can focus on becoming for our entire life. We can, but nothing's going to happen. So we can continue to tell ourselves one day this is going to be our reality. One day I'm going to live in the Bahamas, right? One day I'm gonna be a multimillionaire. I can see it, one day it's gonna happen. One day I'm gonna show my babies the world. But what if one day and there doesn't exist? And what if there is already here, right? You're just too busy telling yourself that you're not there yet to actually see and experience it. You can bring that information in now. That's how we quantum leap through elevating our vibration, our frequency, right? So let's bring it back to unshakable. Being unshakable doesn't mean feeling the fear and doing it anyway. It means to feel the fear and face it straight on without reacting. Can you do that? It means to take back your power. Let me know in the chat. Can you do that? Can you face the fear without reacting? Can you face the discomfort? No. Are humans going to show up from time to time? Of course. I react, but then I move through it. We catch ourselves. And every time we catch ourselves is a celebration. Do it anyway, person. Yeah. Doing it anyway doesn't help. We need to see it. We need to face it. And then when we can notice it, even if we do react for a second, right? I can sit in it. Okay, Lisa, that's awesome. Even if we do react for a second, we have the awareness, no, not going down there again, right? And we take our power back in the moment and we respond versus react. That's everything. And the more we do that, the more that old thought, that neural pathway is going to overgrow. I literally see it as like a trail through the jungle. When you stop using that trail, that thing's going to overgrow in a matter of days here in Costa Rica, weeks, months, it's gone. Okay. And the more you can choose again and choose again and choose again and continue to elevate and continue to expand and continue to ride that discomfort and continue to see the discomfort as a sign I'm going in the right direction. That's everything. Okay, you're going to get so much better at it. So, the unshakable queen, she knows her worth and she holds herself to it and she can hold whatever comes her way because she knows that she creates her reality. So she doesn't work hard. She doesn't hustle. She attracts effortlessly no matter what is happening around her. And this is a work in progress. This is a constant practice. So she knows where she's going. Do you know where you're going? I want to see everybody in the chat. Sit in it, but doesn't feel good. But working through it is what my brain needs. I think I did 10-year tapping sessions today from venting to calling it and moved through me. Still felt it. Love that, Kelty. And it's honestly like seeing it as like, holy shit, I'm like in it right now. The younger version of me would have been, like name it. But here I am showing up anyway, doing this work. I have these tools. I know they work. And all of this discomfort, all of this contrast that I'm experiencing right now, it's like my chrysalis, right? I'm coming out the other side like this like monarch, man. Feels so much better. I know where I'm going and why. Love that. Okay, so she knows where she's going and she trusts that the path will be shown. Do you trust that the path will be shown? So this version of you sees discomfort as opportunity, but she also has faith in something bigger, right? So the effortless way is the feminine feeling. I trust that the path will be shown. Yes, I love that. I love that, you guys. So from now on, we're going to watch our words. Our words are our wands, right? And you guys all probably say that. But we're no longer saying things like I'm becoming or this is hard. I don't know how, or one day, or this is expensive, or I can't do that. We're not going to do that. We're going to reframe it. Okay, so there's no more trying. There's no more strategy. There's no more like dimming down and hiding. I want you to be the person, the woman, the leader, the icon that you're here to be now. No acting as if, we're embodying it. This is a lot of the work that I do, like in my world all the time. It's embodying her energy, doing life as her, this is the effortless way. When you're leading clients, this is the effortless way. If you are dimming your light, right, and trying to be someone you're not, if you're trying to coach people who you've attracted in that energy, it's going to be really fucking hard. Like, speaking from my own personal experience, the more that you can be in your power, owning and staying in your lane and doing things that you love to do, even if they don't make sense, even if they don't fit into a box or an Instagram bio, even if you can't even articulate what it is that you do. Most of the time, like, I don't even know what to say when that people are like, what do you do for work? I'm like, magic, magic. Okay. And when we can actually own that, that is the effortless way. Because when we attract from that, oh my gosh, everything changes. So there's no more trying. There's no more strategy, right? Like I said. So I want to do a quick tapping session with you guys based upon some things you guys said. If you've never, have you ever tapped? Has everybody tapped in this room? Have you experienced, actually, let me reframe that. Yes. Have you tapped with me? Have you tapped with me? I really want my tea, but there's like 8 bugs in there now. I don't want to drink that. Love watching you on Instagram. Oh, thanks, Lisa. I'm going to post more tapping videos. Yes. Yes. Okay. So lots of you are not new to my tapping, which is great. Maybe somebody on the replay also is new to tapping. EFT tapping, emotional freedom techniques. We are tapping on acupressure points, Chinese medicine, right? Energy meridians on the body, face and the torso. And we are using our voice to free out stuck information, old information, beliefs, resistance, anything that feels like it's blocking us, stopping us, or slowing us down. We're using our voice. Remember that historically, women were not given the permission to use their voice. And here we are owning it and taking back our power and speaking our truth out loud. Okay. So this tapping that we're going to do, you're basically just going to follow me, right? You're going to tap where I tap and say what I say. I am going to record it so you have the audio. And you're going to do this every single morning to remove, release resistance, and you're going to be her. Okay. So what I want you to tell me in the chat is, how do you want to feel every single day? Put it in the chat. And I know we're going to go a little bit over time here, you guys. Hopefully you guys can stay on. And again, I have a giveaway at the end. How do you want to feel every morning? Like her, what does that mean? Unshakable? Unshakable, yes. How do you want to feel? Free, confident, alive, energized, healthy, wealthy, and full of passion. Love that. So good. Enchanted. Ooh, cool. Okay. What else? Did everybody share theirs? So, like I said, every morning we start our day new and we prime our nervous system. And we're not here to just regulate. Okay. There's a lot of this talk going on right now where people are like, we got to regulate our nervous system. No. Okay. Yes, of course, you got to feel safe before you can expand. Of course you do, but we're not going to get stuck in this belief that we need to heal first. I want you to hear that. We're not going to get stuck in the belief that we're not there yet. We're there. There has arrived. Okay. And so what you're going to do is we're going to ground and we're going to feel safe. Yes, I am safe. I'm regulated. Okay, this is awesome. But then we're going to also activate and expand. So that's what we're going to do in this tapping session. Okay. So my tapping method is pretty different than the usual EFT. Um, go along with it. And most of you have tapped with me anyway, so you probably know a little bit about it already. Okay. I'm not going to explain too much. We are short on time. All right. So let's get into it. I want you to sit comfortably. Maybe roll your shoulders back a couple times. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Sit even taller. And then exhale as if you are blowing through a straw. Let's take one more inhale and exhale. Okay. We're going to start by tapping right on the top of the head. You're going to tap with two hands. I'm just doing one for obvious reasons. Tapping on the top of the head. Today is going to be a great day. I cannot wait for the day to unfold. I can feel it in my body. Today is going to be one of the best days of my life. And I know more than anything that I am in full control of how my day goes. And so I am claiming right now that I am going to have an incredible day. And before I start my day, I'm going to let go of some things. Some things that I no longer wish to carry. Right now, I'm releasing any fear, any doubt, any chaos, any playing small, any shame. I don't need any of that anymore. I don't need the fear of not being liked. I don't need to worry about other people's opinions. I don't even need to know where the clients are coming from. I no longer play small. I no longer hold myself back. I no longer need to be chosen. I choose me. And I trust me. Any doubts I have around my knowledge, or if I can be successful, any pressure I'm feeling to do it a certain way, any old stories I have around money, they're all gone. I don't need that anymore. I'm giving my body full permission to let all of that go. Because I have decided that today I am unshakable. No matter what comes my way, I know that I can hold it. And I know that I can move through it the effortless way. Because I'm here to do really big things. I was born to be known for my work. I was born to be the first multimillionaire in my family. I was put on this planet for a reason, to make a huge impact and to give my babies my best. And in order to live the life I know I'm here to live, in order to share my magic, to create a revolution, and to live my life my way, I'm going to be unshakable. I am unshakable. And as I start my day today, I am feeling free. I'm feeling confident. I am feeling healthy, wealthy, and full of passion. I am feeling alive. I am feeling energized. And I am feeling so excited and full of love. I'm on top of the world. And I'm all in for this. I don't need to go slow. I don't need to have it all figured out. I feel safe to be seen. And today I'm showing up as the fullest expression of me. I know that I'm safe. And I know that what's meant for me can't miss me. Okay, universe, show me how good today can get. Because everything's always working out for me. Of course, I'm going to have an amazing day. I am unshakable. And so it is. Take a deep breath in, close your eyes, bring one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. And exhale through the straw. Notice how you're feeling. You can take another breath in. And I fully recognize it is obviously not the morning right now for any of us. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. You might have trouble sleeping tonight. Just kidding. I bet you're excited to do that tomorrow morning, though. Let me know in the chat how you feel. I want you guys joyful. Yay. I want you guys to practice that. And if you can, at peace. I don't even want to say if you can. I want you to practice it every single day for at least a week. Okay. 30 days, incredible. We change in the world. I cried, beautiful release, feeling empowered and excited to do this tomorrow. Yes, great way to start the day. I love that. It's incredible because imagine starting your day feeling this every day. I'm a strong believer in how we start our day is how our day is going to go. Okay, so I want you to get up before the house does tomorrow, and I want you to tap. I want you to try that, do that recording. It's going to be on the replay page. I'll send in your email because this is going to change your point of attraction. This is going to change your vibrational frequency, and this is going to like just uplift and elevate every part of your life. Okay. So I will say this is a pretty surface level tapping activation, but this is, you got the gist of it and you took away this from it. You guys, I feel happy now. I feel at peace. Okay. So of course, if, like I mentioned, the tapping library, I have more working one-on-one. We could go a lot deeper, things like that. I know that this work changes lives. And already I can see you guys. I can feel you guys. We're excited, right? Okay. So thank you guys so much for being here. I'm so insanely grateful. I want to I want to say that this is just the beginning. I touched on a lot of things here, and you have a lot to work with here. You can come back and watch the replay as many times as you like. This is just the beginning. So for those of you that are feeling ready to go deeper into this work, and your own journey of manifestation and upgrading your identity and changing, co-creating your reality the effortless way, I want you to invite you to join us inside Manifest. Okay. Oh, you're so welcome, Lisa. So Manifest is a 11-week program that you've probably heard me talk about it by now. I was on the podcast the other day as well with Nicole, like I mentioned. It is the program that I created for the younger version of me who believed that she needed to do more. Okay, that doing more was going to change her results. And one day she was going to be able to show her babies the world. The moment I decided and up leveled, like elevated who I believed I was, 9 months later, I was on the beach. 9 months later in Costa Rica alone with my 2 year old and my 4 year old. Okay, living in government housing, literally surviving, depending on the government to feed my kids. Milk was a luxury. To upgrading who I believed I was. I stopped doing so hard. Okay, there were some things I needed to do. Of course, we're not just the effortless way is not just sitting around manifesting and, visualizing. There is absolutely action that needs to take place, but it's a different type of action and it's actually really fucking fun, right? And those of you in this work and in my world, you know what I'm talking about that's the effortless way when it is like I am so excited to get out of bed and to lead in this way and to just show you guys what's really possible for you. So, Manifest is an 11-week group coaching program. We start tomorrow morning. Nothing like a last minuter. There's one live lesson per week. So I'll be teaching one live lesson per week. And there's also one live embodiment session per week. So in the embodiment sessions, this is where you will come with any resistance, any new awareness, anything that you noticed is blocking you in any way, and you will bring it to the conversation and we will create a tapping session on it, just like we did tonight. Okay. And we will practice it on live. I will record it through the audio so that you will take that and you will practice it again and again that week to remove that resistance. We will do that every single week. So anytime you feel resistance in any of the lessons or as you move through your life, there will be embodiment homework, integration homework for you to practice each and every week. I'm also going to be building out a workbook for you to follow as well. Okay, so that starts tomorrow. There's going to be lots of talk around worth, self-worth, money, wealth consciousness, nervous system expansion, feminine flow and magnetism, like that masculine action piece that is absolutely vital, the effortless way, upgrading your self-image, like your belief systems, expanding your capacity to believe in more, your capacity to hold more. It's going to be incredible. And like I said before, like if someone wanted to give me money, great. Money was great. Money would have been nice. Okay. It would have helped me for a bit. But this is actually like I created this for her. And I priced it at a price point that would be accessible to her as well. And that's really beautiful because I see this almost as like a gift, right? I have high ticket coaching. I have high end offers, right? But this is a group offer that is $111 a month. It is a 3-month program and there is so much depth to it, but I believe without, a shadow of a doubt that this would have changed and transformed my entire life. And I feel so excited to have you guys have this opportunity to pretty much gift you. So if you feel like you want to join us, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. There is a little bit more information on the sales page, but honestly, like you could imagine, sales pages, okay, of course. But I just believe in energetics so much more. And if you are here feeling called to step into this work and to say yes to your next level, you're done waiting and you're done trying to figure it out and piece it together and whatever it is, I want you to just go for it. Okay. I want you to get in the door. Um, I want to give you guys a gift, and then we have the giveaway. Okay, for everyone who's still in live with us, this is awesome. I think all of you are, by the way. Um, I'm in. Yes, Kelty is in. Nicole's already in. So fun. So the gift, if you join now before our call tomorrow, which is meant to be at 11 a.m. my time, I went for the 11 on the 11th of the 11th month, and it's 111 for 3 months. You guys like that? Like I'm all about the numbers, but I want to give you a bonus one-on-one call with me. We can go deep into where you are, where you want to go, everything in between, and really come up with like a solid direction for you. We can talk about things that I would suggest reframing and refocusing, committing your energy in a different way, shine some lights on some beliefs that you may be holding on to. I'm going to gift you that as a little bonus for being here. So even if you're watching the replay and you are watching before 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, on November 11th, you can join us and get that bonus one-on-one call. Okay. Amazing. You guys are so awesome. Let's do a giveaway. I'm going to do a giveaway for 1 day inside Telegram with me. So that's basically voice notes, ask me anything. I reply 9 till 6 my time. And I want to give it to one of you guys who are on live with me. So I'm just going to pull up and see. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to pull up my number picker here. Number picker. Number between 1 and 5. I guess I could have asked like Alexa or some fancy shit here, but 4. Lisa, you got the day in Telegram. Yay! Hey, you guys. We went 20 minutes over. Not so bad. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I know it's late for some of you guys. This is just the beginning. Let's go. I hope to see you all in Manifest. Even those of you on the replay, if you have any questions, you're welcome to reach out to me on Instagram at the Jocelyn Dawn. Yes, thank you so much again, Nicole, for suggesting this and putting this together. It's been so much fun hanging out with you. And watch your email for the the replays and also the tapping audio. Okay, you guys.
Thank you so much, Jocelyn. It was
You're
beautiful.
welcome.
I love
Have a
that.
good night, you guys. So good to
Night.
see all of you and meet you. Bye.